I am the back-end handyman. I fix things as cheap as I can, which is often all by myself. I am not a professional. May not be done the right way, but it's done my way. I assume no responsibility if you attempt the same thing and damage anything. Definitely see how that's a truss sag, and I am going to fix that before I do the ceiling, because it's going to have a board that goes all the way from this end to that end, at least to where the wall starts right there. All right, guys, forgive me if you can barely hear me. I got my mask on. This is what it looks like up here. It had this little board right here going down the length, and this was right here. Well, pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 2x12 and go across all of them and go down, and I'm going to make it into a T-brace, and I'm going to block in this hole completely so you're not going to be able to get up there anymore. But I got to take these plywood out. I got to go measure my 2x12s. They were actually out here on the carport that was here, so it's reclaimed lumber. But I'll go see what I got. Alright guys, here's what it's talking about, a T-post. I'll make this, and that's just a 2x6 screwed into a 2x12. So, and when I put it across the trusses, it'll, you know, in between them, it'll pull it up like that, and I'll bolt it to the truss, and it'll pick up that ceiling over there that kind of goes down. All right, guys, I opened the hole up just to kind of get better access to it. Plus, they had it all crooked and wonky and crap. This is a truss jack. Now, this is what I put under the truss to level it out. Now, when I say that there's a bow in the ceiling, I know you can't really tell just by this video. So, you see that? That's the 2x12. Going a long ways. Right there. Now, this is like the width of the truss, which is 3.5 inches, right? And then there's the 3.5 inch truss. Now, see this gap right here? That's how much it sinks down. Right there. I think you can see it. And when I crank up on this truss, what I'm wanting to do is bring this up even to where it's touching this, and then bolt it. But it's going to sit on this, and I want the whole ceiling to be the same height across, right? Well, this here is pretty straight, and it'll at least bring this one up. So I just wanted to give you a video of what it looked like before I start cranking on this. Something I want to point out whenever you're using these truss jacks, you have to make sure that it is 100% level. Or plumb. It's that big board I got going across there. If I don't have it plumb and it's kind of angle, over there on that corner, it's going to tear up the sheetrock. It's going to go up in there. Or if I had it like this, to where it was crooked like that, this side would go up, which somewhere over here I learned that lesson the hard way. All right, guys, I changed the position of it because I decided I'm going to do each truss independently. Since I'm going up along the truss, it's not as crucial because the board is going along the truss. So I'm going to crank it up till that gap's gone. Now see, what I did is I took and cut a bunch of 1 foot width boards, and I bolted them with 4-inch lag bolts, and I got 2 coming in from one side, 2 coming in from the other side. And what that does is it gives it the whole clamp to where when I screw down in through this and this over here, I'm not screwing into this. I'm not screwing into the side of that board. I'm screwing into the sides of these boards. And that way, I'm not messing up the truss at all. You know, the truss is already sagging pretty good. It might be split somewhere. So pretty much all this is doing is pulling it up, putting it back in place. And then I got the flat board on top of the top plate over there, which that's the height that's supposed to be. Or jack up each truss, come through, do each one until there ain't really no gap anymore. Which this one here is sitting on that board. It's kind of a crooked truss, but whenever I screw in the two bolts on this side and the two bolts on this side, it'll straighten it up. And then I'll have 2 bolts down there. And then I'll do 4 on each one on both sides of the truss on the boards that are going through. Put a bolt through the sides of it, you're supporting the whole board. If you put it into the top of it, it could pull out, split it. Next thing you know, the whole truss is busted and going down in there. So I always connect the boards to it and use those as, you know, if they split, if they rot out, if they get chewed up, you know, I can just take those off and put some more on there. But that truss, I only want to do those 4 holes, 2 coming through each side of the 4-inch. And then I'll go down into those boards with the 3-inch lag bolts. So I'll go ahead and get this done. Alright guys, as you can see, I got 2 bolts in, each little piece of 1 foot on each one, all the way down to this board ends. And what we're shooting on is to make it level, the ceiling level. So when I go across the joist, see, looks good there. Bring it on the next 3. Looks good there. Next 3. Looks good there. Now we're getting to the point that don't have the brace. Yep. See, I need to go further because there's a big gap right there on that one. And it's not level. I got another 1x12. I'll go get it and put it up here. Is it definitely way unlevel? All right. Been working my way across the ceiling here. This is the last 3 trusses. It's getting bolted to that last one. It's a long process, but you can see the waviness is kind of disappearing from it, so looks like it'll be worthwhile. Thank God. All right, guys. I got this one. Something I used on these that I didn't use on these is washers. You should always have washers on your bolts. I didn't have any, so I just did those. But the washers help. See, it don't matter on the board. Now I can put down my sheeting, so I'll have a little floor up here to work on. And I still have to do another 8-foot section, which is another 4 trusses. Lift them up and support them. But I don't feel like taking off the end cap anymore, because I'm going to put attic stairs right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the attic stairs in next, so I can just come up and down through right there. But this one's all in there. All right, guys, there it is. I got it all up. Now over around here, it still looks a little wavy. I can't tell if that's because of the way the ceiling is or what, but you know, here's my new fancy ladder. Pretty nice little ladder. And then I put particle board over there. And there's the second one. There's a piece. And here's all the way down there. That's how it gets over that roof. I mean, it almost made it to the end. Now I got a platform to walk on too. I went ahead and put plywood down all the way the length of the living room. And something else about this. See how the trusses are at a triangular pattern? If for some reason this started sagging again in the future, you could easily run a 2x4 across from here to here on both sides and put a block in the middle of that 2x4 and then get you a turnbuckle cable, drill you a hole in the top of this T-post, and you could put your turnbuckle cable down through that hole in the T-post and tighten it up, and that could raise it too. Now, I'm not going to know how this looks until after the ceiling is finished in the living room, but I can do that to adjust certain parts of it. You just create a brace on the top of these and pull it up to it. You see how dirty it is in here? I need to get down. I'm going to be coughing and hacking shit up for hours. I usually have my respirator on while I'm up here because I can't stand coughing this shit up. It's like being sick. But that's it. That's how you fix the truss sag. Well, you get all dirty and shit, sweaty, nasty. You definitely don't want to be doing this in the summertime. I'm glad I didn't have to do this in the summertime. But, you know, you just put something across the top of them and it'll raise the ones that are sagging up. So, but that's it. Peace. If you want to help support the channel, you don't have to do that. You don't have to buy anything. All I say is like and subscribe and share. But I'll keep you updated. And the more viewers I get, once I hit that 1,000 subscriber count on whatever platform you've seen this on, I'll do more detailed videos. You know, I'm not getting paid nothing for this. So if I get more viewers and start getting a little paycheck, I'll focus more on this. Eventually, I would love to just make videos for you all, my viewers. But unfortunately, right now, I'm pretty much fixing up my house, and I'm trying to record it as I go through to let you see the process. But anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. If you like the video and want to follow my process, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.